Well, is God trapped in the record? How does this work exactly?
Oh, not at all.
How does it work?
No. There is no power in that tape. But God, being God, is watching everything when it's happening, you see?
Oh.
So when the program is aired, he's seeing those people's hearts. He knows what they're going through.
So why do they have to put their hands on a TV?
And he'll touch them.
Pam Zeckman, Channel 2 News.
But some people have been hurt rather than healed by the touch of Benny Hinn. That part of the story tomorrow on Channel 2 News at 6.
We've got that coming up for you just a bit with not Bill Carlson. He's our guy here at Channel. Bill. Well, Tony, what's the guy's name? Bill
Curtis.
What he said.
Adam was a super being when God created him. I don't know whether people even know this, but he was the first Superman that really ever lived. I'll prove it further. Adam not only flew, he flew to space. He used to be, he was, with one thought, he'd be on the moon.
I mean, you talk about watching God divide an ocean, taking the wheels off the chariots of the Egyptians.
Well, listen to this one. Even he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And here, this wall of ice, it was, by the way, a wall of ice. That's right. The Hebrew word, and I can show it to you after the show, Paul.
Because I wouldn't want to show you now because I don't actually have it. I don't know that we're going to get to this today. I think we will later on. He says that he's actually got on film Jesus appearing at one of his crusades. Jesus actually showed up, and they caught him on camera. And yes, I've got that film. In fact, I think we've shown it on our TV program. I do not have it with me tonight, but we do have the... Yeah.
But the Hebrew word, when God divided that Red Sea, as the wall stood, it actually froze with God's breath. So when the water came down, it was ice coming that crushed the Egyptians.
You know, Tony, you know what that could be? Those new icebreaker mints. You know when people breathe and the whoo comes out of them?
And there you are.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It's in the Word. I'm sick and tired of hearing how it used to be back 40 years ago. I got so sick of it, I said, Lord, if I hear it one more time, I'm going to throw up. I want to see it now. And I'm sick and tired of hearing about streets of gold. I don't need gold in heaven. I got to have it now. I got to have it here. You say, well, Benny Hinn, isn't that wonderful to have gold streets and glory? Well, of course. But if I hear the thing one more time of how it will be and how it was, I'm going to kick somebody.
That would be the spirit of, that would be the fruit of kicking
violence?
Somebody. Yeah, the fruit of violence, I believe.
A leap of faith that could be deadly. A sea of supporters pays to be healed by Pastor Benny Hinn. But now critics say that some people have been hurt, not healed by the televangelist's touch. In tonight's News Extra investigation, Pam Zeckman exposes how a faith healer could be hurting his own flock.
This is your brace.
I think I'd fall down if I had to listen to that at some big convention.
A touch from the hand of Pastor Benny Hinn, and believers are overcome by the presence of the Lord. So strong is the feeling, they fall even if he just blows into the microphone. It's known as slaying in the Spirit. Hinn prefers to call it falling under the power of God. His critics, even those who believe in faith healing, say it's not the power of God, but the power of suggestion that makes people swoon.
The people are worked up into a frenzy. They know what's expected of them, and they do it. I think it is theatrical, and I think it is a gimmick.
And, they say, it's dangerous.
I believe it's irresponsible. People are hurt all the time, and it's just never reported.
But one death has been reported. An 85-year-old woman died of complications from a broken hip after a man fell on top of her at a crusade. Hinn settled a $15 million lawsuit with her family for an undisclosed amount.
Take it in Jesus' name.
That'd be that fruit of aggressive healing, what that is.
Hasn't stopped Hinn from mass slayings like this one we saw at a crusade in Minneapolis. This little girl suffered a sprained ankle, sprained knee, and torn ligaments in a crush of falling bodies.
Felt like my leg was numb. I started to cry and I yelled.
If I know anyone was injured,
Listen to this great offer. He's so magnanimous.
I will go personally and pray for them.
Hinn claims very few people have been hurt over the years. He defends the practice of slaying in the spirit as something God does through him, and he says it's no act.
People don't fall because it's the power of suggestion, Well, we're dealing with a greater power than electricity. That's God's power.
But it's the power of television that's bringing Benny Hinn to millions of believers every day. His growing influence troubles some Christian watchdog groups. They say some of his teachings and public statements violate Christian principles.
Yeah. I've looked for one verse in the Bible. I just can't seem to find it. One verse that said if you don't like him, kill him. I really wish I could find it.
That was Hinn's response to critics during a 1990 telethon. Now he takes it back.
That was a dumb thing to say. It was a joke, but it was a dumb thing to say.
And he's retracted teachings he once claimed were revelations from God after his critics denounced them as having no basis in the Bible.
Every preacher I know will say or has said things that they regret.
Yeah, the difference, though, is those preachers actually stop saying them.
And I've had my share of things I've said that were stupid.
People, everybody here can be healed tonight.
Phony faith healing, dangerous theatrical stunts, questionable theology. All of these concern the Christian critics of Benny Hinn. Worst of all, they say, is the damage done to the faith of his followers.
Well, spiritually, the danger is that he's being led astray and that he's leading thousands astray from truth. The danger is that people are being deceived in the name of God.
Pam Zeckman, Channel 2 News.
Several Christian watchdog groups have been keeping an eye on Benny Hinn and his miracle crusades. He has promised to medically verify his healings. But Pam reports that so far, he hasn't changed his act a bit.
Isn't that lovely? Promises mean nothing. He keeps promising, he just doesn't stop or he doesn't start doing what he says he's going to do. Get ready. Benny prayed for the pastors, and then what happened to Benny?
Gold dust was all over Benny's face.
Ooh, yes. Well, ooh, the crowd says.
And I actually got down close and tried to get some of it, and then I took a picture. The picture didn't turn out too well. It wasn't in good focus.
Well,
but it was just sparkling.
You're kidding. The picture didn't turn out.
And where that gold dust came from had to be from another dimension.
Well, you know what happened is after I was done praying, somebody said, "Look at your hands." And I looked and I saw these gold dust. I said, I must be going crazy. Next thing I know, it showed up on my jacket.
Ooh.
So I took my...
Let me tell you, and you don't want gold dust on a jacket that expensive. You'll wreck it.
Jacket off, put it on the chair, and it was still on my jacket. That's why I sent my jacket up to the hotel room. I don't want nobody to see it and think I'm nuts.
I had the valet take it.
And then I didn't know it was on my face and my hair. And you began taking pictures.
We don't have those pictures, but just trust us.
We all saw it. There's no question about it. Now, the Lord said that in the latter days there would be signs and wonders and miracles.
No.
Yeah, and he's decided I'll have gold dust sprinkled. And golden starlight in your eyes of blue. Dee-delete. Dee-delete.
Well, how about why the gold? Honestly, I'm really asking this.
I think heaven's door opened a crack and a little of the street dirt came down on you.
Ricky. Benny Hinn tricking people, taking their money, pretending they're getting healed, going off of their medications, dying, and Christianity in the name of Jesus Christ being sullied. Until tomorrow, go serve your King.